Yo, we are back. And you are here with another edition of the Black Bottom Roscast. So let's get it.
Or no paper, no phone, no texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Chicago, nigga.
Hey, check this out. Get you some water, get you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice. But leave them pills alone. Your mugs will kill you.
People dancing in slow motion, blurry eyes. But I've had enough, it's time to say goodbye. 3 a.m. as I'm walking home with a smile. Smoky moon, like a shiver, all the shadows fade away. All your streets are empty, lights begin to sway. 4 a.m. as I think, oh, Stockholm love. Sometimes I picture how life had been in Paris or New York or Shanghai. But you know what they say, East or West, our home is best. Warm embrace, golden sunlight as the city wakes. Oh, my love for you will never fade away. 5 a.m. as I sing, oh, Stockholm love. Stockholm love. Sometimes I picture how life had been in Paris or New York or Shanghai. But you know what they say, East or West, our home is best. Warm embrace, golden sunlight as the city wakes. Oh, my love for you will never fade away. 5 a.m. as I sing, oh, Stockholm love. Stockholm love.
Yo, come on in. We fellowshipping tonight. Thank y'all, man. I'm back. So come on in. Let's get it. Enjoy the vibe. The show will start in a minute. You are here at another edition. And another episode of Black Bottom Roscast. So let's go.
Ever since we met last night, I've been trying to keep my distance. I just want to play my cards right. It takes one false move and you'll be gone. But maybe it's alright. I can't tell if it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. 'Cause it's starting to come out, starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out, starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. Oh, I'm yours. Never thought I'd even try. After just one day, it's special, yeah. But there is something in your eyes. Ooh, one false move and you'll be gone. You maybe, it's alright. I can't tell if, baby, it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. No, 'cause it's starting to come out, starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long, too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out, starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. Ooh, I'm yours, starting to come out, starting to come out, starting to come out. Ooh, I'm yours, starting to come out, starting to come out. Ooh, I'm yours. too low key.
Chicago, nigga.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some protection.
All right, come on in. Thank y'all for coming on in. Catch the vibe. We fellowshipping tonight. You are here at another edition of the Black Bottle Roscast. So get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice. But please, leave them pills alone. Them bullets will kill you. Let's go. The show will start now.
Yeah, baby.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been thinking for myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make. It's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, okay, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out of my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Let's get ready to rumble! Hey, here we go, here we go. It's time for the show. Yo, you are here at the podcast. Come on, let's go.
This moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, without way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your goodbyes, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, so set the fire before the moment flies. So tell your goodbyes, 'cause I'll find a better one.
We are back. We back, baby.
So set the fire before the moment flies.
We are back, baby. Hold on.
It's not a problem, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. and nothing can stop me.
Oh, what the hell?
'Cause I'm addicted to you, and I realize either way I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I find a better one. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Sorry for that. I don't know what happened to me.
'Cause I find a better one.
Yo, wobbity, 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 wobbity. We are back.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
Hey, man, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I see everybody is in here tonight, and I am back like I never left. You know?
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's been a couple weeks since I've been on here. Unfortunately, I'm going to give y'all a little heads up. You know, my original Facebook page that I've had for well over 12 years, I got shut down because of infiltrators, ops, haters reported my page. After 12 years of all the memories, all the lives I did on that page over the time I've been doing it, all the events I done went to, all the family gatherings that I done had and things of that nature. Yeah, someone wanted to report my page to the point where I couldn't get it back. So for those that's on Facebook, this is my new page. I'm still double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm still on both my platforms as far as Facebook as well as YouTube. Appreciate the support that I have been getting. And some fake page. I don't know. It is what it is. They tried to put some fictional reason behind it. And I tried to appeal it. They didn't give me the appeal. So I had to take it to the chin. But it didn't stop me from making another one. So it is what it is. How's everybody been doing these last couple of weeks? Because I ain't been on live in a while. I've been out the loop for a couple of weeks. I hope everyone's been living blessed. I hope everyone's striving to be the best version of yourself. And I hope everybody's been staying out the way. Excuse me. The last season, part of the season, as far as my allergies, has been kicking my ass. And man, I'm so glad that we're getting ready to change into another season right now, because maybe my allergies won't be kicking my ass as much as it has been. But how everybody doing tonight? Shout out to Dr. J. I see you up in the house. Shout out to my 81 Day One. Shout out to Big Mike. I see you up in here. I know you was wondering last week what the hell happened. I'm telling you, it happened like early last week. And I was trying to fight that shit before my next show, but it just, it was what it was. But it's okay. Can't stop a train. You know, when you get into these spaces, this is what I've noticed, right? Because I've been hearing backlash in the background, in the bushes, and things like that. A lot of the people that was on my original Facebook page didn't like what I was talking about. They didn't like the topics that I was talking about. They didn't like how I was bringing it. They had issues with it. They never came to me directly with it. They would come to my wife with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, why? Why not be the person that you claim that you are and direct me with these issues? Why do I have to hear from these things from a third party about your disagreements and your unliking of what I'm talking about? You can always go to my email, blackbottomroscast@gmail.com, if you got any issues or qualms as far as what I talk about on my platform. Because, like I say, I'm not a black pill person. I'm not a red pill person. I am a person that covets male advocacy, but at the same time, we have to hold each other accountable, and we have to hold our communities accountable. We are at dire straits right now in this life, in this time right now. If y'all don't believe it, we are living in revelations. If you're not a spiritual person, if you're not a religious person, if you're not a person that reads the Bible and things like that. But yeah, as of right now, if you see all the things that's going on, all the things that's been going on, we are living in the last days. We are living in revelations. It's right here in your face. Some of us don't want to admit it. Some of us want to ignore it. But it's hard to deny it. You know. In the meantime, in between time where I haven't been online, you know, just doing what I normally do, working hard, taking care of my family, looking towards the future, and looking towards bigger and better things. And things are moving upward in the way that I needed to move, which is a good thing. I appreciate all the people that have subscribed to my YouTube. I am double streaming, struggle streaming. Like I say, I'm on both my platforms. I'm on my Facebook, my new Facebook, as well as my YouTube page. If you are not subscribed, please go over to YouTube and type in Black Bottom Roscast. Hit the subscribe and the bell for all upcoming live streams I'm gonna keep doing. We moving. Like I say, I am Ross Lee. I'm your host. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
Because that's what it's all about. Getting some perfection going on, getting some engagements, fellowshipping, having grown conversations, and us voicing our opinions and our mindsets. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? But yeah, I had a situation with that with my Facebook. It's okay. It's all right. They ain't stopping nothing. All that just showed me as far as how much certain people might be out there that don't really like what I had to say. But guess what? I'm very selective now of who's on my Facebook. I don't need 4,000 or 5,000 people on my shit. Because half of you didn't communicate with me anyway. So why should I have those many on my page in the first place? You know? Those that really want to interact with me, respect what I got going on and things like that, those are the ones that's going to be a part of it. So I have no problems with it. It actually did me a favor. It got me to get rid of a lot of people that didn't have any good intentions of what I had going on away. Yeah, I've seen a few friend requests here and there from certain people that's trying to get back in, but I'm screening way harder now. If I don't really know you, you ain't getting on here. If you just some random, you ain't getting on here. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Shout out to everybody. Like I say, I'm double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm back at it on the Black Bottom. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube page, please go over there and type in Black Bottom Rodcast and hit the subscribe and the bell button for all future and upcoming live streams and other videos I'm gonna do down the road. It's been a lot going on. I'm looking at a lot of things after this year that's gonna really happen and it's gonna really elevate. And I hope everyone had a great weekend this past weekend. It's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of losses. Been a lot of issues. From what I've been noticing, I'm not going to be able to talk about all these things tonight because if I did that, it's just to be a 5-hour live stream, and I ain't got time for that because I still got to do my job. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna break down some things. For those on my Facebook side, I know I just made the title simple, but those on my YouTube side, you know what tonight's about to be about. We about to talk about this political madness and bullshit that's been going on with this Kamala and this Trump and this Henyard shit. Everything is messy as shit. And what's messed up is that we got so many of our people that want to battle back and forth about who they should vote for this upcoming election. And my thing is this: regardless of who you vote for or who you want to vote for, know this. Know what their policies are. How can these policies benefit you? How are these policies going to benefit your children? How are these policies going to benefit your community? And then you make the analytical and critical analysis and decision to try to do the right thing. I am not here to tell you to pick whatever side, but I will say this: Black people, Black folk, when y'all gonna stop fucking with these Democrats? When are you going to stop letting these people lie to you? When are you going to stop letting these people take from you? Got my tea. When are you going to start truly analyzing policies, government officials, and who you're trying to vote for? When are you going to start doing that? I got to ask, because if the question don't get asked, the answers won't be said. The Democratic Party, if nothing else, has duped the Black community for 60 plus years. What have we really benefited? Not just as a political standpoint. I mean, I know that over the years we have made strides, we have made improvements, we have did some things that our elders have not accomplished, and that's a good thing. That's great. We can be proud to say, yeah, I got this, I got that. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's fine. But what else? We are still at the bottom of the list we shouldn't be at the bottom of, and at the top of the list that we shouldn't be at the top of. Are we really progressing as a community, as a nation? We've been hearing these talks about reparations for years. These people ain't gonna give it to us. And if they do, what we gonna do with it? I mean, honestly, if they was to give us reparations today, what are we gonna do with it? How are we gonna use it? Because at the rate that how our communities is going, y'all just gonna jag that shit off in like 6 months to a year. I'm just saying. If anybody can explain to me, what is it that you're gonna actually do if that ever happens? And I doubt it happens. Not in my lifetime. It might happen 50 years down the road. I don't know. But as far as us obtaining reparations for the atrocities that our ancestors dealt with that caused us so much, yeah, we're going to jack it off. Like we normally do with the money that we get. We live in pillow to post, paycheck to paycheck. You know, you want the designers. Y'all so focused on flash. There's nothing wrong with trying to look nice and, you know, have nice things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, oh, we should just go back to homesteader days and just be looking like bums and shit. Hell no. We're kings and queens, which I thought, but a lot of us ain't acting like that, especially amongst ourselves. I could give a fuck about how we act towards other people and other ethnic groups, but how we treat ourselves and the things that we've been doing for the longest amongst ourselves, we got to change that shit, man. That's why we ain't got shit. That's why we can't hold on to shit. That's why we can't build things. Because we too busy hating on each other. And for what? Because that person might be doing something a little bit better than you, and you don't like it. And since you ain't got nothing to do with it, or you ain't got your hands in it, you want to hate on them. You want to bring them down. That whole crab in the barrel mentality is the one thing that hinders the Black community. It really does. It's sad. And y'all think it's a joke. And it's not a joke. It's for real, for real. You know, maybe one day we'll change it, but at the rate that we're going right now, I don't see it happening no time soon. Because we're too busy doing what we do, and that's tearing each other down. And I'm not here. I mean, I know some of y'all probably like, well, hell, well, you doing the same thing. You talk about us and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but I'm doing it in an educational manner. I'm trying to do this to give you some insight, to try to get some gumption about yourself, to try to change some things, because we don't have to be like this as a people. We don't have to be like this as a circle and as a culture. We can change this shit overnight if we wanted to. We can wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm done with all the fuckery, all the madness, all the dramas, all the bullshit, and change it from that day forward. And guess what? It'll change if you stand firm on it and you believe in it. But do we want to change how we perceived out here in society? Do you like the Glorillas and the Meg Thee Stallions and how they perceive our women and how they perceive our men in our communities now? Do y'all really like that? Is that the thing that we just want to hold covet to our hearts? Are we coveting in that mindset? I want to know. Let me know. Because if that's what y'all want, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'd rather just fall back and be somewhere else with it. You know? Hey, yo, what's up, gang? I see you. Another one of my moderators from day one. You know, I mean, is this what we want? Do we want to constantly bicker with each other, and fight each other, and unalive each other, or do we really want to build something positive for us and our families and our future? We're going to talk about some things tonight. It might upset a few of y'all because I'm seeing how this whole election year is going, how people in their minds is set up as far as what they got going on. But we're gonna react to some things. We're gonna discuss some things, and trust me, if you don't like it, it is what it is. You know. But before we go any further, it's been a minute. I ain't been on the air 2 weeks. I'm back on. You know what I'm saying? But this here live is sponsored by Ice House, Duff, Fiji water. Gotta put that love in your body. Like my man Big Mike always say, get you some juice. In the word of the game. I'm gonna play some things because everybody always want to say this Trump shit, the Trump. Some of y'all black folk are really in the dark as far as this political machine that's going on in this country. Y'all want to say Trump. Some of y'all want to say Trump is so bad and things like that, but y'all must been living up under a rock because I don't believe in that. I do believe in if you're a politician and you want to be in the politics and you want to gain the masses support and get votes and things of that nature, you should have some kind of structure, some kind of agenda, right? This so-called Democrat, she's a clown, man. I'm sorry. If y'all feel that she's the great one, she not. But before we get started, I want you to hear this this rally that Trump just recently did in Reno, Nevada, Reno in Nevada, and we're gonna keep going after
that. Country is in crisis. We don't need 4 more years of gross incompetence, radicalism, and failure. We need strong leadership. We're going to change it. We're going to do such a great job. Your head's going to spin. Your head is going to spin. It's time for the people of Nevada to tell Kamala Harris. Does anybody know the name Harris? If you say Harris, everybody says, who the hell is Harris? That we've had enough. We can't take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. So bad, the worst we've ever had. Look, he's the worst president in the history of this country. The worst. And she's the worst vice president. And she's actually worse than him, okay? We defeated him, and then now we have to defeat another one. I shouldn't have defeated him. It would have been just as easy. Think of it. I spent $150 million to beat him. And then we had the debate, and then everyone said he's out of there, so they got him out. It was a coup, you know. It was a coup. He hates Kamala more than he hates me, in my opinion. And that's a lot. And the problem is that she is actually less competent than him. And that's hard to believe, actually. With your vote in this election, we will quickly defeat inflation and we will make America affordable again because you have such a problem. On day one, we will unleash American energy and I will cut your energy prices in half. 50%. I'm going to cut them. Within 12 months of taking office, we're going to cut them in half. We're going to cut them down 50. You know why? Because we have more liquid gold under our feet. I don't have to deal with other countries. All I have to do is say, let's go. We're going to have very large tax cuts for workers and especially to help the hardworking people of Nevada. We will, listen to this one, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. No tax on tips. Think of that. No tax on overtime. That's why we're going to win. And service workers in Nevada, they love Trump. And I love you too.
And that's a big thing that the Democrats are going to tax you guys on if you elect this candidate into office. You know, for you workers that get overtime and work in establishments where you get tips, they're trying to tax that. Like they don't have enough money. Like they don't have enough wealth. Why would they tax that? What's the benefit in that? It's a benefit to them, but it's a disadvantage to you. You know, those kind of workers that have to work those kind of jobs where it requires you to get tips. But you want to work at a high class restaurant and you're getting like all right, let's say you work at a restaurant, you're in the serving aspect of it, and you might at any given night make anywhere between $50 to maybe $100 a night in tips, and they tax 30% of that. Would you like that? Would you like that? But this is what these people want to do. This is what the Democratic Party wants to do to people that ain't rich, people that's barely middle class, people that are struggling to pay their bills, people that are fucking struggling to fucking put food in their house, to feed their children, to feed themselves, to feed their families, to pay their rents, to pay their bills. They want to tax you guys, these things. And I feel bad for those in particular workers because I don't work that kind of field. And so I don't know what that's like. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. But for those that are, man, more power to you. And keep doing what you do and make the money that's the best way you can. Yo, what's up? What's up, G-Man? I see you. But let's listen to his policies of what he's wanting to do.
Take a little look at this. Everybody, take a look at this.
Tips. News reports confirm Biden and Harris have weaponized the IRS to confiscate your tip money. Harris and Biden have literally unleashed the IRS to harass workers who receive tips. And they just may be coming to your house next. Only President Trump has a plan that ends all taxes on service workers' tips. President Trump, he's on your side.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message. You know, what do I know? But this has to be the tipping capital of the world. I mean, you know, in some places I say no tax on tips, and we get, you know, nice. Here, I was in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. I said no tax on tips. The place went crazy. So you're the same thing. But also no tax, think of it, on overtime. You do a lot of overtime, and that's a big thing. And for those of you who are seniors, now I would know about that because I'm not a senior. Michael, am I? No. I'll be a senior, what, another 10 years, 15 years? No.
But I'm going to get back to what he had to say. But this is what upsets me about us in this country, how we work, the jobs we work for, the livelihoods that we choose to be a part of. Okay, I don't have a problem with people working overtime, right? But why should we? Why should we have to work more and give less time to ourselves and our family to provide for our families? Why is it that we live in a society that is so high maintenance that we have to work 10, 14, 16 hours a day, per day, depending on your schedule? Some people work 6 days a week. Some people work 7 days a week at these hours. We running ourselves in the ground. And for what? We paying all these taxes. Some states, like Cook County, is like one of the highest tax states in the country. What is that benefiting us when we have a lack of the school system? What is that benefiting us when we have a lack of medical help and a lot of us still can't afford it? What is that helping our children, our families, and our communities? I said this before, and I will say this again. If you're a Black person and you claim that you're a Democrat, you ain't nothing but a slave. You like to get scammed. You like to get mistreated. You don't want shit good for yourself. Now, I'm not saying that the Republicans is much better, but I will say this. At least their policies are for family. At least their policies is to try to help generate wealth. You don't believe me? Do your research. You don't believe me? Read about it. I ain't saying jump, whatever. Hell, we also focused on Kamala and Trump. You do know that Cornel West is trying to run for president too. And none of you brothers and sisters talk about him. And he's blacker than black. Hell, he's blacker than the Kamala. That y'all want to claim that she's black. You don't want to vote for Trump. Okay, fine. But what about Cornel West? Why y'all ain't got support for him? Anybody? Anybody? Mertz? Hey, Mertz. Scrimshaw? Sandbone? Skillet? Ray Ray? Shaquisha? Shaquanda? Ain't nobody talking about Cornel West. He's trying to run too. Why y'all not siding with him? He black. He's black. Hello? Anybody? Hello?
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
Can anybody answer that question? Always cutting programs. Always. Y'all can be fools all you want. I'm going to tell you this right now. Y'all let that heifer get in the office, this country is doomed. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care how you so-called letting D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley and Roland Martin punk asses and fucking Steve Harvey sellout asses, coon ass motherfucking niggas, these Divine Nine motherfuckers, these so-called frats and sororities kind of motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They hang within themselves. I done been to college. I done played sports in college. They tried to recruit me in college. And I said, float on. There's certain things I don't have to be a part of just to make myself feel like I'm a part of something. You know? A man that has a purpose, that walks by himself, is stronger than a man that has 1,000 people behind him that's willing to stab him in the back at any given time. You remember that. A man that is willing to walk in the wilderness by himself is stronger than a man that wants to have 1,000 people behind him that's willing to stab him in the back. This is what we're doing with ourselves in this shit right now. It has came to the point where you need to wise the fuck up about what's really going on in this system. Like my man Peter Tosh used to say, God rest his soul, in this system. But hey, you guys gonna make your choices. I'm not here to sway you either way. I'm just here to give you information to make you chew on it a little bit.
But look, for the seniors, think of it. You've been destroyed on fixed incomes with inflation. They have destroyed you because of energy and because of the way they spent, like so stupidly on the Green New scam. But you've been destroyed, and now we have no tax on Social Security benefits for seniors. So, and we owe that to you, what they've done to this country. But, you know, I keep saying still the most of the border. I mean, we can talk about inflation, and it's horrible. We can talk about it, but they let 21 million people in here, and many of those people, murderers, drug dealers, gang members, people from mental institutions.
Yeah, the Democrats don't talk about the influx of the crime that is happening in our country in these sanctuary cities, that these migrants, these illegal bum motherfuckers that came in, that don't want to learn the language of English, want to get in their own little cubby circles and shit like that and try to rob you. How many of you people done had issues with these migrants since they done got real comfortable here? How do y'all feel that they getting more benefits than your ass? More housing, better housing than your black ass. The ability to feed their families tremendously over your black ass. Getting X amounts of dollars to spend more than your black ass. How y'all feel about that? Like, seriously. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all like that? Y'all like getting fucked? Y'all love to get scammed, man. This is the fuck shit about us black folk. We love to get scammed. If it sound good and we can put a little something on it, yeah, y'all go for it. Without even fucking investigating this shit. Seeing this shit's legit. They taking over neighborhoods. Hell, Kamala ain't talking about that one situation in what I think it was, I forgot what city it was. But it was a whole situation here not too long ago, a couple months ago. Y'all can probably look it up, where some immigrants took over a whole goddamn apartment complex, breaking into people's cribs at gunpoint. They ain't talking about that shit. New York, how they just pillaging the land out there. Got their women on the corners selling themselves. Setting y'all motherfuckers up. Robbing fucking stores, taking their merchandise and selling it in front of their store. Y'all ain't talking about that shit, right? One of the illest fucking gangs in Venezuela has came in and fluxed this shit. Hell, O-Block got a problem with them. I don't know how many people's on the south side. Remember, if you go further north, past 63rd, them apartment complexes that was over there before you get to 61st Street that were abandoned, they took that shit over. And they gave the niggas on the O-Block and the surrounding areas problems. Y'all like that? I'm not trying to incite violence, nor am I here to try to advocate some kind of a rebellion. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. Anything worth keeping is worth dying for. If y'all allow these migrants to come into your communities and take over something that you had an opportunity to take over, but you was too lazy to do it, you deserve to get it done. 5 years from now, at the rate that y'all going, the South Side is going to be ran by strictly fucking Venezuelans and everybody else but you coloreds, but you niggers, but you black folk. They're going to run your ass up out of there. That's what you want? Hanging on to the lies and the bullshit that the Democrats tell you? Is that what you want? Okay. We'll see in 5 years.
To me, I watched, they say that the biggest thing is the economy and inflation. And the second biggest thing is the border and immigration. I sort of think it's maybe the other way around. Wait, we do a free poll. Ready? Which is bigger? Ready? I'll go border first. Border and immigration. Pretty big. Or the economy and inflation. I've been saying that. In 2016, I won because of the border, and I made it so good. It was so good within 2 months, we had the best border, and that was it. And then I could never talk about it. My people said, sir, they don't want to hear it. You fixed it. But the problem is this border is 20 times worse. What they've done here is crazy. They either hate the country or something's going on. My message to every service worker in Las Vegas and Reno is this. If you vote for me, inflation will end. Your taxes will be cut massively. Your wages will skyrocket. Your savings and pensions will soar. And your retirement will be more prosperous. You're going to be so much.
Oh, so you saying that the brothers over there in that area, the random Venezuelans about it there? I mean, I haven't heard any news because they're not going to put it on the news. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'd be like too much like, right, giving us like the credence to like, hey, yeah, we embattled and won against the newer gang that wanted to come in the black community. So if they ran them up out of there, okay. I don't know. I don't live on that side of town. I don't live in the city at all. I have to get away from you motherfuckers because y'all was making it bad for us. And now you allow these migrants to come in, it's even making it worse. It's just Ross Lee. You know what I'm saying? So peace out to you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in.
Chicago, nigga.
But I ain't in the city no more. I ain't nowhere by you. I'm living my life where I'm at. And I'm going to be where I'm at, and I'm going to stay where I'm at until I decide to get the fuck up out this country. Because I plan on moving to fucking somewhere else. I'll tell you when I'm there.
Much more prosperous. You're going to be more secure. You're going to be safer. You're going to have a much better life. Just vote for me. Let's get it over with. Okay? Much better.
Like I said, my Facebook page got killed because of some haters
Much better.
that wanted to end my days on Facebook. But it's okay, though, because there were a lot of people on my Facebook page that I need not to have on my page because all they was doing was trying to lurk, trying to find shit, sending me fake pages, trying to set me up on bullshit, try to help bring strife and rift to my family. I ain't got time for that shit, man. If you ain't here on no positive shit, don't come knocking on my door. Cause I don't need it. If you ain't here on no real shit, I don't need you. if we're not here to fellowship and to build as a people, I don't need you. If you got some secret animosity towards me or minds or me, how I move and what I do out here, I don't need you. You can watch from a distance, okay?
Better life. Under Kamala, it will be massive inflation, massive layoffs, massive tax hikes, and massive misery and depression. Depression. Kamala Harris will kill the American dream. That's what she's doing. And for your children, they don't have a dream with these people. These people, look, she's a Marxist. A lot of people don't know what a Marxist is. So let's put it simply, she's a communist. We're not going to have a communist leading our country. She's a communist. She's also known as the taxing queen. She loves taxes. This is the first time I've ever seen it. I've been doing this for a long time, only for a short time on this side, but I became president. So, but I've been doing it for a long time on the other side, writing checks and so I can contribute to guys like Senator John Cornyn of Texas and all. But I've never seen ever, all these great politicians are over here, where somebody's campaigning on massive tax hikes. She's campaigning, we will raise your taxes. And some people, they're not the smartest people, but they go, oh, thank you very much. I've never seen it. I've always heard politicians say, we will cut your taxes. Sometimes they don't mean it, but they say it. But these people openly say that they're going to raise your taxes. Well, and let's give her credit for one thing. It's probably the only thing she's honest about. She's going to raise your taxes at levels never seen before, and she's going to drive out all the jobs in the country that I created. Her plan will raise taxes for the typical American family by at least $3,000 a year. Watch this tax video. You have to watch this.
Joe Biden and I are about to get rid of that tax bill.
Calling for a full repeal of President Trump's tax cuts. If Kamala Harris was elected president, there are many different tax policies which could cripple the economy. But the first thing she wants to do is allow these Trump tax cuts to expire.
Even the New York Times admits that 85% of the middle class got a tax cut.
Americans will face a hike. The Tax Foundation finding that a couple with 2 kids making $165,000 a year would have to pay over $2,400 more in taxes.
And on day one, I will repeal that tax bill. Joe Biden and I are about to work to get rid of that tax cut. Joe and I are about to get rid of that tax bill. Joe Biden and I are about to get rid of that tax cut.
Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate. I think that's fantastic.
You do understand why she's saying this, right? I don't know if y'all been following what's been going on with the back and forth over the last 5 to 6 years. Probably maybe 7. You know, when Trump was in office for the first time, the first term, you know what really pissed these politicians and these bigwigs off? Is that he taxed the higher echelon of people more than what he did for the regular Joe like you and I. Y'all got the money. We in a deficit. Y'all sitting on millions and billions and trillions of fucking dollars. Yeah, we're gonna tax you motherfuckers. See, why they hate Trump, it ain't because of what he talks about, how he interacts with social media and all this other shit. They don't like him because he's not a politician by trade. He's a businessman. And anybody that's successful in business thinks of the bottom line. How can I get the most out of what I'm putting out here? What can I get to make a profit? That's the bottom line. You go to work for what? The bottom line, right? You work all these hours, you work all these days, you post on social media how you're out here checking a bag and all this other shit. But you're looking for one thing, right? Every week, every 2 weeks, your bottom line, your money, what you're going to take home to you and yours. That's what he's thinking about, not only for himself, but for the people. Y'all making him out to be some fucking monster, and I'm quite sure a lot of y'all have not followed Trump throughout his whole life in this country over the years. Some people want to call him a racist. How? Some people want to say he's a whatever. Y'all calling him like the dictator of fucking Germany during World War II. You want to call him that? I mean, really? Y'all think he is just as bad as that motherfucker? I know y'all know who I'm talking about, who was leading the Nazis. You want to call him a Nazi? Do y'all really like pay attention to what the fuck goes on in this country? What they put in your face, what they take away, what they add, what they take away, what they add, what they put in your face. Do y'all really pay attention? Do you really like pay attention to your local government? Do y'all go to y'all township meetings, your city hall meetings? Do you see the laws that's getting passed and taken out? Do y'all get involved? If you got involved, you'll understand more about this shit. But the one thing I gotta tell you, you being black and being a Democrat, you might as well be a slave. You want to talk about how some people out here talking about like, well, hell, Trump gets back in office, you guys are going to be in chains. He was in office for 4 years before. What happened then? I can tell you one thing that happened. The economy was a little better. When the shit happened with the shutdown, you had some kind of income coming in, even when your punk ass wasn't working. It was given to you. Them PPP loans is where y'all fucked up at, niggas. Trying to scam. That's why a lot of y'all getting popped off. And it's been going on across the country. See, they ain't talking about that. You know, Biden, he getting y'all for that. He got motherfuckers in the feds looking at y'all niggas for that. All y'all that did them illegal ass PPP loans, yeah, he coming for y'alls. I forgot about that, right? But y'all so hell bent on wanting this woman to be the fucking president. For what? What's her policy? What's her plan? What's she gonna do for you? Didn't y'all not hear the interview that she said that she's not gonna do anything solely for the black community? Because she's not black. Did y'all not hear that? Did y'all not see that? Oh, I guess y'all didn't see that. Okay, I understand.
We've got to increase the corporate tax rate. Part of that is going to be about repealing that tax bill that they just passed. And also looking at estate taxes are going to have to go up.
We will tax capital gains.
But we're going to have to raise corporate taxes.
Taxing unrealized gains just doesn't seem fair in any sense of the word.
Well, the value of your home goes up. You pay higher taxes even if you don't sell your home.
Your value of your home never moves the way the stock moves to say, we're going to tax what you don't have. That's a sore point, and it's a big deal. Is that something you think she firmly believes in?
I think it's part of the proposals of the campaign.
Under my plan, there will also be a carbon fee. There has to be some connection between the fee and bad behaviors, and there has to be, and that we have to monitor whether it's going to be passed on to consumers. But I'm going to tell you that should never be the reason not to actually put a fee, and in particular, carbon fee.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up.
Kamala's plan will raise families' taxes by nearly $2,600 a year. Under Kamala, prices have already soared. Now she'd make it worse with even higher taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up.
President Trump will cut taxes again. No taxes on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
And I think that's fair. I think that right there is fair. He's not going to tax the workers that get tips at their jobs. He's not going to tax overtime pay. So that means you get 100% of that money. Yeah, your regular hours, of course they're going to tax that. But your overtime, he's not going to tax that. And he's not going to tax Social Security. Hopefully it still stays around. As much as the fuckery is going on in this country, how they spending all these billions of dollars outside of our country and with foreigners that's coming into this country fucking up more than what the fuck is fucked up already. Yeah, that those are good points. You know. See, they're mad because he said in the gate, the first day of his inauguration, he's getting rid of all these migrants. Because, you know, they brought them in here and they're giving them all that so they can get their votes. And they're not even fucking legal. How legal is that? You do realize that some of these migrants have been voting, right? They haven't even went through the process to become U.S. citizens. You guys do realize that, right? If you don't believe me, go look it up. Go research it. I'm telling you, this happened. It's been happening.
So she's looking to increase your taxes, the biggest economic disaster it will be in America.
And that's crazy. And that's just one aspect of it. So I just wanted to play that just to give you guys a synopsis as far as what's going on. You guys want to call Trump the boogeyman, all this other shit. Damn. I mean, he Baba Yaga, I guess, to y'all, right? Now he's so bad. A lot of us used to love this man. The fuck? You do realize, you know, y'all call him a racist, but y'all do realize years ago he stuck his neck out for Michael Jackson when Kamala Harris was trying to put him in prison for child SA. And she had the nerve to go on Charlamagne's fucking platform and lie about that shit. How easily we forget history because niggas don't read. I can put $1 million in a book and you will never fucking find it. Because you won't take the time to pick that motherfucker up and read it. Ain't that something? Anywho, it's another story right now we're going to talk about. Yeah, it's Kamala again. And this is actually a pretty good podcaster. His podcast, his podcast is Young Don Reborn. Like I said, we're doing reactions. It's all fair use. He's talking about how Kamala tried to fix Obama's mess with the black man, and that shit was fuck shit. You know, Obama called us Pookie's brothers for not wanting to vote for Kamala, even though really in reality he really didn't want to fucking endorse her. But you know, the Democratic Party forced her upon us because Biden has no mental capacity to even fucking run. And y'all just letting this shit just manifest and just be whatever. But we're gonna listen to what my man got to say right here. Young Don Reborn. And yeah, we're gonna talk about this too. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna fellowship on this, you know.
Vote for her just because she's a Democrat, just because she's supposedly black. There's nothing black about this woman. There is nothing black about this woman at all. So Kamala Harris recently sat down with the folks over at the Shade Room in an attempt to repair the critical damage that was done to her campaign by former President Barack Obama, when he decided to go off script and chastise black men all across America for not obediently and unquestionably supporting Vice President Kamala Harris in a manner that can only be described as belittling and demeaning. revealing to black men everywhere just how the Democratic Party has always viewed black Americans as useful idiots and pawns that are expected to forever and ever remain loyal to the Democratic Party merely because for the last 50 years, it has been the party that has given the black community the most lip service and generous portions of breadcrumbs in the form of meager and ineffective government assistance programs. This scolding from Obama brought on waves of criticism and backlash that has surely worsened the hemorrhaging of black voters that Kamala's campaign has been experiencing from day one. So let's take a listen to this brief interview and see what Mama Kamala has to say. Can she win back the black male vote, or will it be too little, too late? Let's watch the video.
It has been a whirlwind for you.
I feel good. You know, listen, we have 23 days as of today until the election, and I am in these streets traveling and talking with.
In these streets, huh? Interesting choice of words there, considering her history.
Folks, we're here in North Carolina. Yeah. It's very exciting. You know what's exciting for me is like the rally we're about to do this afternoon in states around our country.
Who was talking about
people
Trump?
By the thousands.
You talking about Trump?
Are packing these rooms, but the thing that I love about it is
in New York?
Every different kind of background.
Is that what you're talking about?
You're talking about and there's Trump so much about how I feel about our message and our movement, if you will, that is grounded in certain beliefs, including the fact that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us.
This is all pathetic lip service. This appeal to diversity that the Dems love to use. It's all superficial. It's all fake. Just having a group of people with different cultures, different backgrounds, different colors, it means nothing if you're not actually doing the things that you need to do to specifically address the concerns of those communities.
One big theme of your campaign has been freedom.
Yes.
Freedom, right?
Yes. Yes. I think that there is so much about what is at stake that is, frankly, the need for us to fight for the things that we hold dear, that we have.
Oh my gosh, man. This woman is so stupid. Truly. What is she saying? What is she saying?
Always had to fight for, but must continue to fight for if they're going to be intact. And frankly, just to be very candid with you, I'm seeing across our country a full-on attempt by some to attack these hard-won freedoms and rights.
Okay.
Right? The freedom to vote.
All right. Fine. All right, you just answered my question. All right. Kamala's not perfect. She's a fucking lying sack of shit. Trump might have certain agendas that he might not be all, there with it either. Why isn't we, as black people, supporting Cornel West then? I'll wait.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
I'll wait. If both of them is that bad, why are y'all even going back? Why are we even going back and forth with these two motherfuckers when it's someone else that's a real brother that actually cares about our people? Y'all ain't talking about him. How about that? How about that? Why ain't no one speaking about Cornel West? Why is no one coming to his rallies? Why no one supporting him? Why no one wants to vote for him? Why no one speaking about him? If you think both these motherfuckers is fucked up, I just gotta ask. These are questions that need to be asked. And answers need to be said. What are we doing then? Just following, getting along with the get along? Following the leader? Is that what we're doing? All right, y'all want to fuck with Cornel West. All right, it is what it is. A lot of us, trust me, the black men, we see this Kamala Harris bullshit a mile away. We don't want to fuck with that. We got mixed emotions with Trump. But at least he got a plan. Cornel West has a plan too. Research it. You'll understand. And then after this, don't come and be like, oh man, this is fucked up. This is bullshit. We going through shit. I ain't saying Kanye West. I'm saying Cornel West. Cornel. Cornell West, motherfucker. Google it. Cornel West. Get it together, black people. Damn, have y'all not read a book ever? You know, he's a fucking scholar. He's a fucking author. He has books out the ass. Read a book of it once or two or three times. Do you understand? Read some of his literature. Fuck. Where we at out here? Just follow the leader.
Enjoy
the freedom to vote. The freedom to vote. Tell me, who is trying to take away people's freedom to vote?
For example, they passed a law making it illegal to give people food and water for standing in line to vote, which the hypocrisy abounds. Whatever happened to love thy neighbor?
So what she's referring to is a law that was passed in Georgia to prevent what is known as line warming. Now, line warming is the practice of doing anything to try and incentivize people in line to vote to stay in line. Historically, what people have done, sometimes political candidates even, and various groups with political interests, they'll come to these lines of voters and try and essentially bribe the voters with gifts, right? They'll give them food, they'll give them water, but in the past, they've also given them things that were more than just a bottle of water and a snack. Coming with entire dinner plates, maybe some merchandise, trying to essentially incentivize the voter to vote for them. You know, I hand you a bottle of water and I also try and convince you why my political policies are best for you. And so in an effort to ensure a free and fair election, what some states have elected to do is prevent people from being able to do that. Now, it should be noted that early this year, that law was overturned in Georgia. And so it's okay to give somebody water or a snack. So she's just straight up lying. She's supposed to be the vice president of this country. She's supposed to know what she's talking about. Why bring up something if you don't know what you're talking about? She's just a liar. She lies through her teeth all the time. It's absolutely pathetic. She says nothing about the fact that a law like this has been in place in New York since 1906. But she won't call out New York because New York is a blue state.
You look at the freedom to make decisions, for a woman to make decisions about her own body. And
And funny how that's a blue state, but Trump got a lot of property out there. Ain't that something, right?
have her government tell her what to do. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride.
Has Donald Trump or JD Vance ever even hinted that they want to repeal some of these laws in regards to gay marriage, for instance? Now, I wouldn't be opposed to such a thing personally. I don't, I'm a Christian. I couldn't care less if they were to repeal those laws. In fact, it would be a move in the right direction in terms of the morality of this country. However, they have not made that an issue. It's a red herring. There is nothing here, just like Kamala Harris, right? There's nothing here.
The freedom to just be is under.
And I respect that thought that he just said, and I respect how they're probably looking at it as it's a political thing. There's so many of these motherfuckers out here in certain levels of society. Why even talk about that? That's not the issue of this country. Who you choose to lay with, that's not our issue. We're not here to bash your preference of what you want. That's what you want, have at it. You like getting shit bust open? I mean, hey, look, that's on you, man. Friday night with some Hennessy and a couple, whatever. Do what you do. But that's not the issue. The issue is concrete policies, concrete laws, concrete solutions to problems. I don't give a fuck who you want to lick on. Who cares? Just do the right thing as a society. That's all I fucking care about. If you do that, that's great. What you do in your own private home, in your own dwelling, amongst all that shit, that's on you, man. Just don't fucking put this shit in schools. Don't fucking force these kids to fucking have to deal with that shit. That's why I draw the line. I did a live some months ago talking about that very fucking thing. And I had people fucking blast me for that. Have people come at my wife like, what the fuck? I thought he was, man, fuck, what? No, I don't give a fuck what, I said it plain and clear. I don't care how you live your life. Just don't do that shit around kids. Let children be children. When they get of age and they become adults, whatever the fuck they want to do then, with how they live their life, that's on them. Fuck is wrong with y'all? This liberal mindset is fucking us up, man.
Your attack in so many places. And the freedom to be safe from gun violence, right? And so there is...
The cities with the worst gun violence are all cities that are ran by Democratic mayors. And so this woman has absolutely no idea what she's talking about.
So much about what's at stake in this election that really is about fighting for freedom, because the difference between me and my opponent, the former president, Donald Trump, couldn't be more different on so many of these issues.
Almost 80% of likely Black voters would vote for you if the election were held today. In 2020, though, it was 90%.
I like how he rounds it up. It's 78%, right? At least according to the polls they're using on CNN, but he rounds it up to say 80, almost 80. Try to make it sound clean.
Of Black voters overall. That was from the New York Times and Siena College. And then in 2016, they also had a poll, the Pew Research Center. They said 81% of Black men voted for Hillary Clinton, 14% voted for Trump. In 2020, though, that number jumped 6%. So 87% of Black men voted for Biden, 12% voted for Trump.
That must be such a blow to her ego. More Black men voted for Hillary Clinton, a white woman, than for Kamala Harris, who is trying to break her neck, bend over backwards to try and convince people that she's Black.
For Trump in 2020. So when you hear those numbers and you're seeing, in the polls, and you're seeing Black men aren't as, quote, excited or fired up for you, how do you respond to that?
Well, that's not my experience.
That's hilarious. That's not my
that's
experience.
bullshit.
Could you imagine working for a company where your goal is to hit a certain quota and your boss comes up to you and is like, hey, I've been looking at your numbers and you've been underperforming.
Shout out to the Black man that got some common sense. Shout out to the Black man that got some knowledge. Shout out to the Black man that actually reads a book sometime. Y'all, we reading this shit like a fucking, like a book. We see the bullshit behind this shit. But because some of our women in our community want to ride with this fucking heifer, we getting the backlash behind it. Man, fuck them bitches. Yeah, I said it. Any woman in our community that's riding with Kamala, fuck you. You worse than a slave master. I quote me on that.
Foreman, what do you have to say about that? And then you just say to your boss, well, that's not my experience. This whole live your truth, everyone has their own truth mindset has infiltrated even a political rhetoric. I mean, this woman just lies, bends the truth every chance she can get.
And I understand why some of you ladies are riding with her so much. Because what he just said right there, how she lies and lies and lies, like a lot of you bitches lie. And what's coming back on y'all in the end, how y'all be lying about how some of y'all be having kids with men that ain't the fucking father. Y'all lie about that, don't you? A lot of y'all women lie about that shit, don't you? A lot of y'all women put motherfuckers in the trick hole for that support, right? Right? Don't want to admit that, right? Knowing that motherfucker ain't the damn child's father, but you gonna stick him with it anyway because he a sucker and he got a little something that you can get off of him. That Tennessee law that's making it a crime for fraternity fraud needs to be brought throughout the whole country. That mandatory DNA testing, the day that child is born, need to be brought throughout the whole country. It's going to expose you bitches. Because the numbers is already in. 30 to 40% of you hoes that claim that man is the child, his father ain't the child's father. The numbers are there. But y'all don't want to admit to that. But we dogs. And that ain't bogus.
Just every question does not take accountability for anything.
And the third point that is probably the most important point is this. You know, when journalists ask me this question, I often will say to them that let's be clear that your underlying premise is not an assumption that I'm supposed to have black men in my back pocket in terms of their vote.
They told her to say that. You know, I mean, all you have to do is go on YouTube. You can see dozens of videos like the one I posted. The one I posted has over 120,000 views. There are dozens of videos like that with just as many views, some with even more views. And we all essentially said the same thing. Look at how this pathetic party expects black people to just toe the line, black men in particular, to just vote for her just because she's a Democrat, just because she's supposedly black. There's nothing black about this woman. There is nothing black about this woman at all. Truly, nothing at all is black about her. And as a politician and a highly educated woman, she's even less black because she should know the history of blacks in this country. She should know the fact that black people are owed something, that this government, this country has not paid up. They just have not. They have never, no justice has ever been served to the black people of this country. When was justice served? Let me ask you that, right? An immense crime was committed against a group of people. At what point in American history was justice served? A crime was committed. There were victims. When was justice served? And so anytime you get a black politician that comes along and does not address that, you should know without a shadow of a doubt that they are garbage. They are trash. All right,
and let's break this down, what that injustice was in our community. And that was slavery. And I'm going to tell you unadulterately what they did to us. They separated us from our fucking land. They separated us from our culture. They separated us from our language. They separated us from our families. Then they subjected barbaric actions that we are doing right now. Some of y'all gonna hate me for this. They used to rape us. They used to molest us. They used to use us as a tool, as a toy. When some rebelled, they gathered all y'all up to witness this person get mutilated. Remember the tar and feather thing? The rebellious black man, they would tar and feather him and tie him up to fucking horses and rip them apart. Yeah, it's educational purposes. I'm keeping it 100 because this is in the books. Read. Learn to pick up a book. You know, some of the slave masters, when they felt like, you know, this black slave man was doing the most, he would viciously rape them. Oh, I'm sorry. It's YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, I can say whatever, but YouTube, viciously SA'd them. But y'all love the flamers. Y'all think that shit's natural. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about what y'all do out here, man. Don't bring it upon my kids. Don't bring it upon children. Live your life however you want to live it. But just know we're living in the last days. And it's tragic. It's tragic. I know everyone got their own mindsets and wants and whatevers and stuff like that. But it's tragic. Y'all all over the place. Y'all can't stay focused on one thing and build from that. Y'all just got to be here, there, and everywhere. But there's a reason why they don't want to give us reparations. Because we was the most persecuted. We was dead the dirtiest. We can look at our people now. How we doing ourselves. How fucked up we are right now. When we gonna realize what's real? Yeah, some of us got anger issues. Some of us got issues as far as interacting with people. Some of us don't know how to organize things. Some of us don't know how to stay structured. Some of us don't know how to stay focused. Was you taught that? Was you taught it? Man, she a clown. Olivia Rose, she a clown. She don't even like her own people. You had some bad relationships. Okay, it happens to us all, right? You get with somebody, you think it's one thing, it's another. That shit didn't work. You go somewhere else. You think that's the greatest thing. Then you find out that ain't no different. What are we doing here? We are in the last days.
They're worse than a white politician, in my opinion. How do you go to an HBCU and not be aware of this? That's even more of a strike against her. That's even more. You see, a guy like Donald Trump gets to be ignorant.
And I gotta expand on that. The only reason why I'm saying that is because of this. Just because you had one or two bad relationships with your own people does not mean that all of us are all fucked up. You just got with the wrong motherfucker. Or maybe you attracted the wrong motherfucker. So maybe you need to look yourself in the mirror and change what the fuck you doing so you can find the right person in your life. Maybe that's it. Everyone always wants to blame somebody else for their bad relations and their bad scenarios, their bad lives or whatever. How about looking at yourself sometimes and figuring out, what do I need to do to change what's going on so I don't keep repeating the same bullshit? Seriously. I take full responsibility for a lot of the shit that I did in my life, in my past. I done made some bad decisions. I done fucked with the wrong kind of people. I done ignored the signs of someone that had my back until I had to really look at myself and say, you know what? Maybe it is something that I'm doing that I need to change. I hold all responsibilities to myself for anything that didn't flow. It ain't just that one person. It's not just issues, it's you. So when we collectively look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what? Yeah, maybe that situation wouldn't have happened had I not approached it this way. Maybe I wouldn't have went through this bullshit if I would have been just a little bit more having discernment within myself. Maybe I should have just not rushed things and just took my time to see who this fucker was before I went all in. 9 times out of 10, you're going to figure out maybe that might be a fashion risk that you don't want to win or definitely don't want to lose. You know, it ain't always the other person. It's not always the other person. I hold that myself to accountability on that. Like I said, this is a platform where, yeah, I talk for the males, but we got to hold each other accountable, brothers. Sometimes we look at the shit for the wrong reasons. Sometimes we get with people for the wrong reasons. And we gotta hold ourselves to the fire too. I don't know. I'm not worried about that. I know what I have done, I know what I did, and I know what I didn't do. I don't lose sleep. Have I had regrets for some of the situations that I put myself into? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was in a bad place some years ago. I wasn't as focused as what I needed to be. And I was all over the place. And I was letting people say this and say that and say this and say that instead of just sitting still and just really analyzing and reading the room. I blame myself for a lot of things. I can't blame somebody else for what I did or the mistakes that I've made. But I know what I haven't done and I know what I'm on. So that's all that matters to me. You know. So yeah, man. Regardless of how other people live, how other people view things, and all that splendor, you still got to look yourself in the collective mirror and figure out how you're going to move. And if you're moving in the right direction, you're going to be blessed. If you're doing the necessary things to right your wrongs and to do what's right, not only just for yourself, but for others around you, you have no worries. But if you constantly on fuck shit, if you constantly on drama, if you constantly always trying to so-called expose people, bum ass bitches, you ain't gonna never have nothing good in life. Cause you a punk. And there's a special place in hell for you.
Of the realities of Black people in America. Modern day white people get to be ignorant. It's not their history. It is their American history, but they weren't taught it in school. Black people aren't taught it in school. But at least as a Black educated person who went to an HBCU, you should at some point have come into contact with this information, with this knowledge. And so it should be a point, something for you to feel obligated to address, to even talk about, even if you feel like you're not in a position to promise anything, at the very least, you need to be addressing it in a very real way and not just this hand waving lip service, one sentence here, one sentence there kind of way. So I assure you, Kamala Harris is the farthest thing from a black person. Trump is more black than Kamala Harris in all reality.
There are two very different visions for our nation that are being presented to voters right now. On the one side, you've got Donald Trump, who wants to take us backward. Donald Trump, who, let's not forget, when he was...
Yeah, wants to take us back to a better economy. You see, because people like you aren't actually going to do anything to help anybody, least of all the black man. And so at least in a thriving economy, the individual black man is better able of elevating himself financially, elevating himself and his family, and actually doing something for his community. The black man is better equipped to do that under your socialist, high-taxed, failing economy type of administration. An administration we know for a fact will be exactly as I just described it, because as she's already admitted in the past, she would have done nothing differently from Joe Biden. This is literally as if Joe Biden was just running again for a second term in office. You are not getting a new candidate. You are not getting new policies, not getting a new administration. That you should not expect anything to change. Right. And listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force. There is no change here. So if there's no change in the administration, there will be no change in the outcomes. It's very simple. Things will continue to go on a downward slope as they have been going thus far. And so, yes, Donald Trump wants to take us back. He wants to take us back to a better economy. Right. I'm not saying this man is Jesus. He's not going to save America. He's not going to save America in one term. What's going to save America or turn this ship around is you and me, the individuals, becoming more politically informed and involved. We no longer can afford to be cynical about politics. That's how evil people have gotten so much control and have steered America in this wicked direction that's hurting so many people. It's because so much of the population is politically uninformed. They're cynical about politics. They believe their vote doesn't matter. They believe their voice doesn't matter. Well, all we have to do is look throughout history to see when the status quo was changed because enough people decided enough is enough. We're going to learn about the situation, become educated about the situation, and speak up. That's how slavery ended, right? That's how the American Revolution happened. That's how the Civil Rights Movement happened. Power does not concede anything voluntarily. The people who hold power will never give it up just because. You have to take it from them. You have to demand it from them. You have to put them in a position where they have to relinquish it. And that is only going to come from an informed and educated population. Look, Donald Trump is just base. You ever play tag when you were little and you got base when you touch base? Everything calms down. They can't tag you anymore. That's how I'm looking at Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not going to be the savior of America. He's just going to be base, right? He's going to stop this rapid downward descent. And then we have 4 years. We have 4 years to get ourselves together, become more educated, become more organized, understand policies better, and try to save our community and actually do something to move America in the right direction. It's been done many times in this country. We can do it again.
Renting his apartments and his property, refused to rent to Black families. Donald Trump, who, as it relates...
I already addressed this in my previous video when Obama, the one with Obama's face in it. Go and watch that video. Donald Trump and his father were complicit in practicing discriminatory things with their apartment complex. It's water under the bridge at this point, though. Truly. Doesn't matter. Kamala Harris has a history of trying to keep innocent Black men in prison. Joe Biden has a history of fighting against desegregating schools and giving Black kids. They're all dirty. They're all rotten. There is no perfect man that walks this earth. What matters are the policies. And here's the reality. The economy under Donald Trump was better. And ultimately, that's what's best for the Black American. A thriving economy, lower inflation, lower cost of living, that better equips you, the disadvantaged Black man, to actually come up in this world. Don't fall for this.
And if you don't like that, support Cornel West. How about that? If you don't like what Trump talking about, if you definitely don't like what Kamala is talking about, Cam, support Cornel West. Is that hard? are you afraid to go against the status quo and go outside the box because you've been so conditioned that there's only two parties in this fucking country? You know, the Panthers tried to have their own political party. You know, it's the Green Party, it's the Independent Party. There's other parties in this country politically other than Democrats and Republicans. Do y'all research that shit?
This nonsense that she's trying to pull here. Oh, Donald Trump did a racist thing when he was 27 years old, you know, over 50 years ago. Don't fall for that, because these people are the most racist. These people want you to continue to be at the bottom of the totem pole and to be satisfied with breadcrumbs.
To 5 young Black men, they were actually teenagers, and
she would have pulled the trick. She would have pulled the switch that would have executed them. She has a history of fighting to keep innocent Black men in prison, right? Look, Donald Trump, he was misinformed. This is the face of the justice system that forced 5 innocent young boys to confess to something that they didn't do. She's the face of that. And I assure you, if you had asked Kamala Harris, are these men guilty? Are these young teen boys guilty? Back when that happened, she would have said yes. She would have said, lock them up, throw away the key. And then once evidence started to come forth that they were innocent, to vindicate them, she would have fought to keep them in prison. Donald Trump was just an outsider, a billionaire, hearing about innocent women being raped and murdered. Somebody raped and murdered that innocent woman. And unfortunately, because of the corrupt justice system that this woman represents, they were forced to admit to a crime they did not commit. But they admitted to it. They said they were guilty. They confessed to these things because of the corrupt justice system that this woman has protected and represented for many years. And I know for a fact that there isn't a decent man that walks this planet, Black, white, or anything in between, that if their sister, their mother, their daughter was raped and murdered, you wouldn't want anything less than the death penalty for those people. So it's absolutely tragic that the wicked justice system that this woman has helped to protect and represent did that to those young men, put those young boys in that position, right? Forced them to confess to something they didn't do. And that happens very often, by the way. That happens more often than you would think, where police, you know, people don't know their rights. They don't know to ask for a lawyer. They end up being in interrogation rooms for over 24 hours, no sleep, barely any water, no food. And eventually they become desperate and delusional and delirious. And they start confessing to things that they didn't do just to get it over with. They start becoming confused. They start wondering if maybe they did do it. Again, more lip service, more trying to manipulate people based off of emotions. But at the end of the day, she has nothing for you. She does not care about you.
we capped the cost of prescription medication at $2,000 a year for seniors and capped the cost of insulin at $35 for our seniors.
Again, we already discussed this, right? This is not saving seniors any significant amount of money. On average, most seniors on Medicare were already paying less than $30 for their insulin before this thing passed. Also, this has not come into effect yet. And she's talking about it as if she's already saving seniors money. She's not saving anyone money. I talk more in depth about this whole situation in my video debunking Kamala's lies. You know, I'll link to that as well down below, because a lot of the policies that she's campaigning on, they're filled to the brim with lies. It's one of my most popular videos within recent weeks. And so you can go and check that out if you'd like. But again, there's nothing here.
That's our grandparents, our parents. Black folks are 60% more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes. His plan would eliminate that cap. So part of the reason that I am out here talking with folks, listening to folks, is to make sure that I am communicating and letting them know about the real contrast that is being.
The $30 that this policy might save some percentage of seniors, because most seniors on Medicare, they're not coming out of pocket more than, a few bucks for their medicine. That's just a fact. They're not coming out of pocket $100, $200, $300 for insulin. It's not happening. There are probably some people who will benefit slightly, but we're talking about $30, $60 a month left back in their pocket. If we're talking about helping Black people That is not going to do anything. That is a spit in the face. It's not even a breadcrumb. It's the grease that's left on the plate after you take a paper napkin and wipe off the scraps and wipe it off into the trash can. That little grease residue that's left on the plate. That's what they're offering you.
Hey, shout out to those that tune in right now. Hey, hit the like button on the way in. You are listening to the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm back. I ain't been online a couple weeks. If you're not subscribed to the page, please hit the subscribe and the bell button. We turning up. We fellowshipping right now. We getting into this political mayhem that's going on right now. And like I said, I'm not here to tell anyone to choose a side, but be informed about what's going on and just do the right thing as your constitutional right as a citizen in this country. Because we got other citizens in this fucker that ain't even citizens in this country taking everything from us. Y'all want to keep that going? Y'all like these migrants is taking more than what we've been here for? I mean, honestly, let's keep it 100. You like it that you've been hearing that they get more linked than you, better housing than you, free money, all these different benefits that our families could use, and you're not getting it, but you want us to vote for a fucking party that don't give a fuck about you, but about an agenda? Okay.
This is nothing. There is nothing here. Is Trump going out of his way to try and do anything special for black people? No. But at least with Trump, we get a better economy. Everybody can do better if they pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Now, I know that is not that's not exactly the situation that the black community finds itself in.
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because there's a large majority of us black folk that are lazy. There's a large majority of us black folk that don't want to work. There's a large majority of us black folk that want to sit around and play video games all day and drink and smoke and don't do shit. But do this. Get your fucking mind right. That's not living. You want to live from pillar to post. Some of you motherfuckers don't know when you're going to get the next meal. Some of y'all don't even know where the fuck you're going to lay at the next day or night. But always expect somebody to do something for you. Instead of getting up, getting out, and get something. In my outcast voice. The fuck is wrong with you people? And you wonder why all these other races look at our culture like we ain't shit.
Right? It's more complicated than that. A great injustice has been done against the black community, and they are owed justice. That is a fact. A crime has been committed. Justice has never been served, right? Whereas Jews have gotten justice, Koreans have gotten justice, all kinds of groups of people have gotten justice when injustice has been done against them. And the greatest injustice within the last 500 years is slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. That's a fact. So they are owed that. But at the very least, in this day and age, with the technology and resources available, a highly determined black man or woman can make a better life for themselves if they put their mind to it. And that is more attainable under a thriving economy with less regulations and a freer market. And that's what Donald Trump will give us. And so that's where our vote should go for now. We shouldn't stop there. That's not even the beginning. But it's better than this poison that they want you to swallow over at the Democratic Party. So that's where I'll leave that, man. But you let me know.
Shout out to Young Don Reborn. I hope you got a lot of something. I hope you got a little something about that. We're at a crossroads right now, people. You need to seriously make a decision in these next few weeks. Where you're going and how you want us to move in the future. You're going to vote for someone that's giving you half-ass lies and all the way lies and half-ass truths and all this other bullshit and run around questions and talk about her family and her upbringing when a question's answered about her policies and all this other bullshit. Okay. Whatever. You know, she get Megan Thee Stallion to twerk for her. She get Magic Johnson punk ass to speak on her behalf. She get Roland Martin and D.L. Hughley that didn't give two shits about her 4-5 years ago, but now he on her damn jock. And Ricky Smiley fucking dress wearing ass and all this other bullshit. Steve Harvey fucking sellout ass. Y'all want to listen to them as the oracles of what's to do right. Okay. Like Malcolm X said before, long time ago, y'all want to listen to artists, trumpet players, singers, as being spokesmen for our community. And you think that's cool? Hell, as fucked up as Jesse Jackson is, he supported fucking Donald Trump. He supports the Republican Party. How about that? Oh, Jesse. He done figured it out in his later years. This is how fucked up the Democratic Party is, too. Ain't that something? Oh, y'all ain't know? You better fucking research it. Anyway, we're going to go on to something else right now. And this is going to probably piss some of y'all off. And I don't care. This is my girl, Messy Michonne. She got a lot to say about this shit.
The RBN Through the Fire podcast, child. Y'all know who RBN is, right, child? I know y'all know who RBN is. RBN, are you still YouTubing, child? Because I feel like I haven't seen anything lately. I'm not trying to call you out. I mean, I'm not trying to call you out like Kofa, but I'm just trying to say.
Go and subscribe to Messy Michonne and tell her the Black Bottom Risecast sent you. I'm telling you, me and this girl, if we ever did a collab video together, this shit would be epic. But we're going to let us cook for a minute.
I feel like I don't be seeing nothing. What's going on there?
I'm going to let you know right now. Your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coots. I'm selling coots. I'm selling coots.
I beg your pardon?
I'm selling coots. I'm selling coots. I'm selling coots.
Yeah, that's RBN, okay? Shout out to RBN Through the Fire podcast. Thank you so much. Again, just thank all three of them, child, because now I'm lost. Thank you so much. And now there's a shout out to Live from New York, child. Just everybody, thank everybody tonight. Thank you so much, Live from New York, our resident on the ground in New York. What's going on up there? I appreciate you. They handing out memberships like candy around this biatch, y'all. Thank you all so much. You guys are awesome sauce. I appreciate my regular smegulars up in here. Always supporting. I appreciate you. Please, y'all, thank them all if you got a membership, since we cannot even, know at this point who came from where with what. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. That just means I got to get my membership game up and get y'all some videos. So I definitely need to release some of these things in advance. Let me also thank KG on the Cash App. I see you. I appreciate you. He said for playing Eating the Cat song. Thank Donald Trump for that. Oh, no, y'all can't thank Donald Trump for nothing, okay? That's not allowed, especially if you've colored around here.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Ain't no thinking Trump around here, y'all. That's against the law, especially if you colored. All right. Shout out to you, KG. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you also so much. Let me go ahead and acknowledge the quality guy. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. He said I was born in ninja. I was born and raised in Maxine Waters District, and it's gotten worse over the few decades. And yet they continue to re-elect her. That's the crazy part. I gotta get into her eventually, child. That's crazy. I know it. We believe you, but it's just crazy. Same people still complain, wash, rinse, repeat. Haven't played that song in a while, child. I got songs for days, y'all. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Let's see what's going on. There's breaking news in case y'all didn't know, though. There's breaking news if you didn't know. This just came out. Cam has agreed to finally sit down with Fox News. Cam has finally agreed to do a sit down with Fox daggone News. Bueller. Anybody know how they think that's going to go well? Bueller. I can't wait. Child, I can't wait. You know we got to cover it, child. Just like she about to be sitting down in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, with Charlemagne the God. Now, why he flying to Detroit instead of her going to New York, child? It don't even matter. Hold up. Luke Hazley, the one for Fox is pre-recorded. They agreed to that? No, Fox agreed to do a pre-interview? Oh no, now I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Let's see what this mess says real quick. VP Harris has agreed to sit for an exclusive interview with Fox News anchor Brett Baer, the network announced on Monday. This interview will air Wednesday at 6. Oh, perfect timing for us. Luke Hazley says yes. No. This is half damn crazy. So it'll air on Wednesday at 6 during the network special report broadcast and be conducted from the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Cam, maybe you should have thought of getting the governor of Pennsylvania to be on your damn ticket as opposed to Tim Tom. Do you think that will be taken into consideration if she allegedly loses? The fact that you took someone, first of all, in a state that's probably going to go ahead and go for you anyway. And then you got that man probably because of the way that he governs and how he feels about tampons and everything. And you thought that you needed that? Now you're over here in Pennsylvania like an idiot. No shade. Why didn't you pick Josh? Child, but that won't be they won't look at that if she allegedly loses. Not gonna look at that at all. It's gonna be you ninjas' fault. This week's appearance marks Harris's first sit-down interview on the network ever. How many times have you seen J.D. Vance in front of Dana Bash or some of them other heifers or Byron Donalds over there and with all them heifers? And this is the first time ever that a woman who wants to preside over all of everyone. And this is the first time. Ma'am, that won't be a reason though, y'all. That will not be a reason. It's going to be because of you ninjas. All right. I'm here to make sure that you know. Polls show an incredibly tight race between Harris and former President Trump that is expected to come down to the results in 7 swing states. Harris has been working to shore up support with male voters and black men in particular. But I thought y'all was crust, rust, dust, must, ashy ass bums and y'all didn't count. I'm telling you, I've been seeing the back and forth of this all day long. 1 second, you don't matter. Next second, they got to give you. Next second, they worried. Next second, they don't care. Next second, they gonna follow black women. Next second, you're ridiculous, according to that chick on The View. I don't know which one that is, child. But she has also sought to carve off some conservative voters who may not want to back Trump. It's the latest in a series of high-profile national media interviews Harris has sat down for in recent days, including visits to ABC's The View and The Howard Stern Show. Trump, meanwhile, has appeared on a number of conservative podcasts and internet shows in addition to his regular appearances on Fox. And over the weekend, he teased a potential chat with popular podcaster Joe Rogan. I didn't hear that. Shout out to Harmonize. I'm sure you know, though. Harris has for weeks been pressuring Trump, who frequently appears on Fox, to participate in another debate, an offer the former president has repeatedly declined. What do they need a debate for again, child? I don't think there's a reason to debate anymore. You running off at the mouth out here looking half damn crazy, child. But let's have some fun for a second, okay? Because there's some concerns that Cam is losing support. Now, remember, it's going to be Crust Dust, Russ Mustache, she has Bum's fault, but it seems that she might be losing some support. So if you are a viewer of SNL, you know that they definitely lean left, right? Well, child, you can't tell from the recent episodes that they have been putting out here. So
Minnie Riperton's daughter and one of the other stars of NSL ripped a lining out of her ass in this last episode of Saturday Night Live. This shit's hilarious.
Shout out to Sky News Australia. They said SNL turns on Cam with hilarious parody as she is abandoned by key allies. But y'all, always remember, with all the things that I'm showing you today, if she allegedly loses, they're gonna say it was you gentlemen's fault. I promise you.
Saturday Night Live has turned on Kamala Harris. Yes, the historically left-leaning sketch show is joining other rusted-on Democrats who are abandoning Kamala Harris in droves. Sky News All-Stars Rita Panahi, James Morrow, and Kosha Gada take a deep dive into Kamala Harris's week from hell and ask whether it has affected her polling numbers in the lead-up to the election. Kamala Harris's honeymoon period is well and truly over. This week, Saturday Night Live once again roasted the VP in a hilarious skit that poked fun at her long-winded. When SNL is doing skits like this, you know that they think Kamala's cooked. Mood shifted. I see zero on-the-ground excitement for her. The whole administration is a joke to normal people. A sick, sad, long joke that we're ready to be done with.
I'm scared of you motherfuckers.
And this commentator agreed, saying, you know it's over when the Democrats have lost SNL. They just destroyed.
Now listen, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to pause for a second, child. First of all, listen to Casey Cat, all right? But child, if I have Dennis Sperlin in here, then I think I have made it. Shout out to you, sir. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, but thank you so much for even letting me know that you know who the hell I am. Shout out to Dennis Sperlin, y'all. Make sure you say hi to Dennis Sperlin. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for even knowing who I am and being here. I appreciate your support, child. People be here. Oh my God, y'all. I'm fanning out. I'm sorry. I'm fanning out. I'm just showing you some love. The Blizzard King. Shout out to the Blizzard King, y'all. Wow.
Close friend Kevin Samuels before his passing.
This is how it would be if LL Cool J was around, child. Let me focus, child. Focus. Let me also acknowledge Ricky Williams. Thank you so much, hon. Always here, always support me. I appreciate you. He said, was at work on Friday. Young girl asked for a tampon. I said, I know you effing lying. And why would she bring it to you? I know you effing lying. I know you just joking. Shout out to you. I appreciate you as always, hon. Shout out to St. Hudson. Shout out to you, hon. I appreciate you. She says she can sit down with Moses. Not Moses. How Moses up here taking straight shot? Moses himself. And she still ain't getting my vote. Oh, no. But you're a black woman. And aren't you required? Child, are you over in Candyland with me, child? Who's in Candyland with me, child? Because I've been banished to Candyland. Now, my Candyland is the board game, but that's not what they be saying when they be talking about me, child. Shout out to you, hon. I appreciate you. RBN with another 5. Thank you so much, hon. He said, I repeat, how did that work out for Stacey when she basically called black men stupid right before Stacey Abrams, right before her election? That's what you're talking about, right? Shout out to Stacey Abrams. Where in the hell has she been, y'all? What's she doing? What's up with her? What's she running for? Where's she at? I ain't seen hide nor hair of her since that daggone election. But child, we be focused on Fanny any daggone way. Thank you so much, RBN, with another 5. I see you. I appreciate you. Mr. Too Fresh. Thank you so much, hon. As always, I appreciate you. He said, hey, Messi, I sent an email of the new CNN polls for black people for Cam. It's crazy. Did you just send it? I'll look for it while I let this play. Let me go look for it. Shout out to everybody who is here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Kamala Harris. And it wasn't just Kamala Harris who they targeted. Joe Biden was also mocked in the same episode. Spelling, the commentator said, this is now the third week in a row of SNL openly mocking Joe Biden's dementia.
Have we confirmed that Joe Biden has dementia? They're just rolling out with the allegedly. I'm going to need to call them up and tell them to start using the word allegedly. Does Joe Biden have dementia? Y'all, come on now. They just be like, oh, that man got dementia. I got your email. I'll show it to everyone after this is done. Shout out to you, Mr. Too Fresh.
More than all prior years combined. The SNL roasting comes after Kamala's week from hell, where she struggled to get through a series of off-the-cuff media appearances, reveals Sky News All-Star James Morrow.
And speaking of teleprompters, Vice President and would-be future Madam President Kamala Harris found herself speaking without a teleprompter this week. Let's see what sort of off-the-cuff words and wisdom she had to offer, shall we?
So when we think about what's at stake in this election, well, it's packed with some stuff.
No.
It's packed with some fundamental stuff.
What? What is that?
I say rather articulately.
Oh, child, what?
What?
What in the world? And these people are like, yeah, Cam all the way. Cam all the way. It's filled with some stuff, child.
This woman is a dodo bird. This is who you black ladies, you heifers, you women want to vote for that? What was that? What the fuck was that?
What in the world? I cannot. Where are we living right now? Oh, yeah, sorry. The 90s are out. This is the 2024 forward. Anything goes, including foolishness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's packed with some stuff, all right.
James Morrow then went on to reveal Kamala Harris's supporters are abandoning her in droves following her recent chaotic media appearances.
Despite these sorts of near daily performances from Harris, the race between Donald Trump and Kamala is effectively tied. But there are some serious warning bells at key demographic groups without whom Harris cannot win the election, are abandoning her in droves. Like, for example, male voters who are worried about the economy and their jobs and for the most part don't know what a rat summer is and don't respond to the Democrats' scare campaign on abortion, which is about all the Democrats have left.
Sky News also.
Wait a minute. You telling me that you gentlemen who are here all in don't care about AB's Roe v. Wade, Bueller? You trying to tell me that y'all care more about a job, money, income, and having options and choices on what you want to do with your life is more important than deleting babies?
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all? I'm going to need y'all to get out of the 90s and bring your asses on up here to the 2024 and beyond.
Stars Rita Panahi and Kosha Gada agree, highlighting another colossal Kamala media fail from the week.
Kosha, while Florida is hit with Hurricane Milton, which has pounded the state with ferocious 100-mile-per-hour winds, producing a series of devastating tornadoes, the vice president, the woman who wants to be leader of the free world, was kicking back, having a beer with late-night lefty TV host Stephen Colbert.
I'm just curious.
Okay, the last time I had beer was at a baseball game with Doug. So, okay, cheers.
There you go.
Ooh.
Kosha, we have.
Y'all sounded like you had beer before you came on out there. Allegedly.
Have hundreds dead after Hurricane Helene. We've got many more missing, injured, homeless. Hurricane Milton was about to make landfall in Florida, and the Veep is lying about the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, and giggling and drinking beer with Colbert. I mean, to me, that should be the next Trump ad.
And just to gloss over this and let, Mashawn do what she did, after Hurricane Helene and Milton hit a lot of the coast as far as Florida and things like that, she offered to show her face. And she also said that all the families that's dealing with that shit is going to get $750 for their relief. What? $750 is supposed to cover losses of your homes, your personal belongings, your memories, your life. $750. That's what she thinks about y'all. And you want her in office. Okay.
And it probably very well will be, Rita. Before this hour is up, he's been doing this thing where he takes live
from
footage of her and says, I'm Donald Trump, I approve this message.
She's
Look,
from
I think
Maryland.
on a macro level, it is interesting to see
I'm
that
telling you,
she's
me and her
finally
need to do a
doing this
collab
media blitz,
video.
albeit with friendly outlets. It is, I think, telling a little bit because it's an about turn from the strategy her campaign was pursuing.
All right, well, let's pause there because since they mentioned media blitz, we're going to take a look at where she blitzing at, right? So actually, she blitzed on over here to the Shade Room. Ninjas, you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums. Now, what is this? Reason number 3 or 4 why she might lose, but it's always going to come back to y'all. Y'all already know it's going to be y'all, not the fact that she had to go to the Shade Room before she even went to Fox. Y'all, come on now.
The Shade Room.
Is this not ghetto? This is the most ghettoest crap. Who said something about the Twilight Zone, child? I don't think I have it. Ooh. I don't think I have. Yeah, I do.
The Shade
Child. This too much. Shout out to Ike Knifey. I appreciate you, honey. He said, get them likes up. Get this info out there. We got to win. Take Obama's advice and support a black woman. A black woman. Shout out to those down there dealing with Big Tiff, child. Shout out to South 343. I appreciate you. He said, I can't deal with Kamala Chameleon Harris. Did she just say it's packed with some stuff? Yes, sir. She don't even know her own agenda. The only agenda she knows by heart is Roe v. Wade. The agenda she knows by heart is absolutely Roe v. Wade. Not a problem at all. Okay, period. She don't need no teleprompter for that at all. Child, this is crazy. Shout out to No Teeth in the building. I see you, honey. I appreciate you. He said, don't care about AB. I'm worried about my 401k and the child. We haven't even gotten to crime is down, y'all. We got to catch up. But let's go ahead and see what this produces. And I'm not going to watch this whole 25-minute interview. I promise you, ain't nothing in here that's going to be anything new, but we shall see. Cam is making the rounds. Let me see. There was No Daddy, whatever the hell that was called. Howard Stern. Now at the Shade Room. Breakfast Club, Colbert, and Fox on down the week. Can't make it up, child. You cannot make this issue.
President Barack Obama, he was campaigning for you in Pittsburgh before some students at the University of Pittsburgh, which is my alma mater. And he said some things that really ruffled some feathers in the news. He said, it makes me think you aren't just feeling the idea of having a woman as a president.
Yeah, he called you brothers pookies for not wanting to vote for Kamala. Let that resonate for a minute.
You're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. We have not seen the same kind of energy and turnout in all corners of our neighborhoods and community as we saw when I was running. So when you hear those words, I'm sure you were briefed on the situation. Former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner, she came out on CNN and said, why are you putting black men up against the wall and pressuring them into something that possibly, they don't want to do if they want to vote for you or not. So my question to you is, do you think that what President Obama said was the right thing to say? I'm Justin Carter on ground here in Greenville, North Carolina with the Vice President Kamala Harris. She's announcing something big, not only for black men, but for all black people. We also talk HBCUs. We talked Beyonce. It's all coming up.
Beyonce, y'all. Beyonce.
On a special edition and exclusive CSR News. Vice President Kamala Harris in the building. VP, are you with me?
I'm with you. So
VP, are you with me?
It's been so long.
Since January, I realized.
Yeah, it's been like several months. And January 2024.
Yeah.
You invited us for an Air Force 2 trip from LA to Las Vegas.
Remember that?
And it was just with Chef Jeff. We were talking about some policies that you're initiating, and now here we are. How do we get here? You smell good. You look good.
Oh, that's better than smelling bad. Thank you.
No, you smell great. You look great. Do you feel great?
She laughed like a
I
witch.
feel good. You know, listen, we have 23 days as of today until the election, and I'm in these streets traveling and talking with
In these streets. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams.
folks. We're here in North Carolina. It's very exciting. You know what's exciting for me is like the rally we're about to do this afternoon in states around our country. People by the thousands are packing these rooms, but the thing that I love about it is people of every different kind of background coming together. And there's so much about how I feel about our message and our movement, if you will, that is grounded in certain beliefs, including the fact that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And it's so important to me that over the course of this campaign, we must win. That's our first imperative, no doubt. But that we build up community, right? And coalitions. I think that's so important.
One big theme of your campaign has been freedom.
Yes.
Freedom, right?
Yes. Yes.
Freedom. I can't lose.
Child, I love Beyonce. You know I do. But child, this is not the time, child. This is not the time.
It's special.
Yeah. Talk about freedom and what that means to you. Why that song? It's just imperative. It's crucial right now. What's going on in 2024?
I think that there is so much about what is at stake that is, frankly, the need for us to fight for the things that we hold dear, that we have always had to fight for, but must continue to fight for if they're going to be intact. And frankly, just to be very candid with you, I'm seeing across our country a full-on attempt by some to attack these hard-won freedoms and rights, right? The freedom to vote. In Georgia, for example, they passed a law making it illegal to give people food and water for standing in line to vote, which the hypocrisy abounds. Whatever happened to love thy neighbor? You look at the freedom to make decisions before.
So you can't have a drink when you go and vote, anybody in Georgia? Because I don't know if that's a thing or not. But when I go to vote, I go in, I go out. I'm not there for more than 10 minutes. So I'm not sure what you need to bring a meal with you, but shout out to Georgia.
She was fucking his best friend. So,
I mean, what are we talking about here? If you're going to vote, go vote. Vote who you're going to vote for, your local, and whatever. Leave and go live your life. What the fuck are we talking about?
I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here.
Shout out to the lead attorney.
Everybody getting ass.
For a woman to make decisions on her own body, not have her government tell her what to do. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. The free.
Ain't nobody stopping y'all from getting your ABs. And who is stopping people from loving who the hell they want to love? Bueller. I need y'all's help with this because, child, these are things that I promise you I don't give a damn about. Not one damn bit. Any of that true? Bueller. Shout out to Wrench Turner. I see you. I appreciate you. He says she's sitting up there talking to this zesty. Why do y'all do this to me? Alleged zesty, not ticklish dude. As if he's the representation of what a black man is. We sick of this zesty-ish. That is, you have to accept that, black man, okay?
Isn't it funny within their party? Because I don't claim Democrat. I'm just telling you this right now. Isn't it funny that majority of the men that claim to be a part of that party do act like that? What does that say to us as a community? It's like they're portraying more and more of our men and our community in that party as zesty as shit. For those that are not of that cloth, do y'all feel a certain kind of way behind that? I just want to know. Because it perplexes me that this whole agenda that the Democrats want with the alphabet community and how they want to perceive black men now and how black men are putting themselves out there. I guess it's for the money. I guess the only way that black men that's rotten Democrat succeeds if they just zesty. Kind of sweet in the tank. Is that what it is now? Is that what we're going with this in our communities? Okay. Let me know now so I can pack my bags and take me and mine up the fuck up out of here. Because that ain't how I was raised. I ain't never been a political person. I'm not a politician. I'm not a spokesman of politics. I just try to give you the reals. But if that's what ultimately is the end game for Black men in this country to be successful, to be like that, I don't want no parts of this shit, man.
This is what it is. You have to be all inclusive. You have to love everyone. Love is love. Everybody has to love everybody and love everything. And you have to be nice to everyone until someone says something that you don't like. And then you can be ignorant and rude and chastising whenever you feel like it. But you can't say nothing about you. But you can't have a difference of opinion. You cannot have a difference of opinion. I don't know what y'all thought this was around here. You thought this was America or something?
Freedom to just be is under attack in so many.
What's on the line is the freedom to just be. Can somebody help me understand what the hell does that mean?
Places and the freedom to be safe from gun violence, right? And so there is so much about what's at stake in this.
Wait, the freedom to be safe from GUN violence, girl. You the one with the damn weapon, which I ain't got a problem with, but are we blaming Trump for that too? I mean, she didn't say it, so let me not give her credit for that. All right, but I'm just saying. So this ain't been an issue prior to Trump. Didn't we just see mass over there in Georgia? Actually, I won't play him again. Didn't we see another mass somewhere else recently, right after the one in Georgia? Ain't that under y'all? Y'all ain't get it together? Why didn't y'all get it together? What I'm missing, child?
This election, it really is about fighting for freedom, because
freedom.
The difference between me and my opponent, the former president, Donald Trump, couldn't be more different on so many of these issues.
There we go.
And so I'm so proud, and it always just gives me an extra pep, because Beyonce's Freedom is my walk-on song in all of these rallies. And
did you guys share a moment, you and Beyonce?
I mean, you know,
what was that conversation like?
Do y'all care? Does that help you make a decision on whether you're going to vote for Cam? Is her discussion with Beyonce?
Well, she and I have, I'll tell you, the last time that I saw her was a couple years ago at BT event. And I mean, her mother, though, I've been seeing a lot recently, because Beyonce's been on tour. She's been doing her thing. Tina is so amazing.
Woman of the Year, Glamour.
Yeah. She's very special.
Do y'all care about Beyonce's mama, Tina, and what the hell it is that she's doing and where Beyonce is on tour? Bueller, anybody? Shout out to RBN. Thank you so much, hon. He said he looks and sounds like the man in Barry Obama's. Goodbye. Y'all are not going to get me in trouble around here. Allegedly. Y'all, come on now. Allegedly. Stop this, okay? Woo! Shout out to EJ in the building, a member for a month. I see you. I appreciate you, hon. He said, I'm a black dope woman, and I'ma tell you, because I'm gonna tell this trifling-ish trick is out of order and no good. Obama got to go. Obama's gone. I feel like this is all desperate last-minute tactics to be trotting out Obama. Why hasn't he been out all this time? I'm telling you, I feel like that man wasn't trying to say that woman's name. And then he was like, oh, Lord, I got to go out here and do this mess, child. Bill Clinton is out here now. Where's Hillary? Is she out here too? It's crazy. Shout out to St. Hudson for another 5. I appreciate you, hon. She said they're missing migrant children here on bills she signed, and he's singing Beyonce. She said, F them kids, just like F them people down in North Carolina and Florida during both of those daggone storms. Prayers that there are no more hurricanes, child. Because if you're going to depend on Cam, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Shout out to South 343. I appreciate you, honey. He said, Messy Machine, keep your foot on day neck for show. I got you, hon. I appreciate you. Thank you for another 2. He said, I'm from Grovetown, Georgia, and that's not a thing. Oh, okay. So we're just making stuff up. So she had said it's against the law to get something to eat and get something to drink while you're waiting in line to vote. And South 343 is saying that is not the case. Shout out to y'all for the fact check live. Appreciate you. Derwin is in the building. I appreciate you, hon. He said if blacks vote for her, we truly are the lost tribe the Bible speaks of. Well, they are, especially the biatches, child. You know, I know. They are coming in the comments mad. You're a Trump supporter. Who said that? That's my answer. I'm sorry, who said that? And even if I was, so the F what? I'm going to try not to cuss today. Shout out to EJ with another 2. Thank you, honey. He said, Kamala fumble this interview like she does the others. Well, right now, child, she don't want to get to the point. I don't understand this. When people say like black people are so much into entertainment, hello, exhibit A, B, C, D, and E. Colbert, Howard Stern, this mess right here. And later on down the road, she'll go ahead and go see Fox actual news, child. This is crazy. Live from New York. Thank you, honey. He said, I'm washing my macaroni, greens, and duck in this tub this Thanksgiving.
This bitch had the audacity to say that she washes greens in the bathtub. Would y'all do that? She's trying so hard to get y'all support, black folk. Are y'all that slow that y'all gonna allow this woman to insult y'all, insult your intelligence, insult your livelihood, insult your life, insult your families, insult whatever legacy you're trying to have and build? Are y'all really gonna do this? Because, sir, they want to say that Trump bad. Where are we at right now? Are we literally at the end of days? Can anyone explain that to me? I love Miss Sean's reactions to these things because, like I say, I really want me and her one of these days, real soon. We're gonna do a collab. I'm gonna hit her up. Fuck that. That shit gonna be epic. Cause she think like how I think, but just on a female perspective. But this shit's crazy, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to say. Y'all make the decision that y'all want to make. I'm not here to, like I said, to sway you to vote one side, the other side, or the other side. All I know, ain't nobody talking about Cornel West. So unless y'all start talking about him too in this race, shut the fuck up. Because he in it too. But ain't nobody supporting him in our community. He black. He's black. Blackity black. Why y'all not supporting him?
Hashtag Cam teaches us. We have learned something, yes. You can always wash your food in the tub. Please, if you invite me over for dinner, let me know how you make your food, and then I'll make the determination on whether I will come. Thank you so much. Shout out to Saint Fan in the building. I appreciate you, hon. He said, hey, Miss Sean, and peace to the chat. This is like the third act of a very bad movie, right? They can't believe that most people have already walked out of the theater, shaking my head. Yo, and then they're going for the extra credits, the extended cuts, and they're playing it all. Like nobody is watching or listening to this because it's so foolish, child. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to Shamarcus up in here. I appreciate you, hon. He says she can do all the talking she wants. The no money for disaster relief, and Obama deleted her campaign. I have a thought on that. We'll talk about it later. I definitely got a thought on that. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to Naaman Magnus Anthony. Sound like your name should be on the daggone dollar bill. I appreciate you, hon. We the men are tired of this fruit market. GTFOH. Thank you so much, hon. I'm with you. No shade, ABCDs, but child, can we just be Can we just go to a regular morning news program? Sundays are always available. All of the daggone news places are open and available and ready to talk. I'm sure all she got to do is come to the front door and they will take her. They don't need anything in advance. I'm sure they'll take you. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they would take you. Child, hurry up and get to something before we got to move on.
It's very special. She's been supporting me for years. And she actually, last time I talked to her, she was organizing hairstylists and women who have salons and, who are incredible small business owners to get involved around getting out the vote.
Speaking of getting out the vote, you guys are on an HBCU tour.
All right, I gotta say this. Say what you want. At least when Trump is out talking and campaigning, he's talking about policies. This fucking bitch is just talking to just be talking. And I hate to say it, this is why women should not be in certain positions of power. Not women, bitches. Because they ain't got shit going. All they do is run off at the fucking mouth, talk all outside the box, talk about this, talk about that. Not to the point. Get to the point. You want people's votes. Give them something to ponder to want to get the vote. If not, shut the fuck up. Because you just running around everything. But this part is like, it's blowing me. But anyway.
Oh, she coming in, what is it called? The ninth inning? She coming in at the ninth inning. She coming in at the ninth inning, basically. She wasn't worrying about you ninjas till she found out that y'all wasn't worrying about her. All right. According to HuffPost, Cam's new policies include providing $1 million loans to Black entrepreneurs and others to start businesses, investing in Black male mentorship. And you ninjas need mentorship. You ninjas need mentorship. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You need to be mentored, ninjas. All right. And training programs, and you need to be trained. All right. Protecting cryptocurrency assets. I don't even understand where that comes from. Please help me understand what the hell that has to do with Black men. Launching a health equity initiative focusing on diseases that disproportionately impact Black men, like diabetes and prostate cancer. Okay. That could be true, though, y'all. You could be a thing right there. And legalizing recreational marijuana because all y'all want to do is Mary Jane.
But yet, when she was a state attorney in California, she was locking up men for marijuana possession and trying to lock them up for long periods of time. Now she just want to flip on that. Oh, God.
Rest in peace to Rick James. To participate in the burgeoning industry. Oh, wow. So since you like to do it, you can now get into the business. You can use the business money that she wants to give to you, open up a business in the Mary Jane industry, and then you can make some money and take some training. Then you can get your health together. It's all for you. Shout out to Janet Jackson. It's all for you. Harris says she will work to provide $1 million in loans to Black business owners nationwide in hopes of creating wealth in the hope. Keep hope alive, y'all. Keep hope alive. Hopes of creating wealth building within the marginalized community. Oh, so you do recognize the marginalization. Okay. She also pledged to help support Black farmers and ranchers. Wow, look at that. As well as work with Congress. You mean you can work with Congress? Hold up. She said, and work with Congress? But ain't she the one over here talking about how Donald Trump called everybody up and said, don't let that bill go through. Don't let that bill go through. And that's the reason why we got all these immigrants in here. But now you want to work with Congress. So you telling me you couldn't work with Congress back then for that bill? Something don't sound right. as well as work with Congress to encourage businesses to limit the use of criminal arrest histories. Oh, because all y'all ninjas got is criminal arrest histories. You effing criminals. Again, maybe I'm looking at this wrong, y'all. Okay, but basically, all y'all are criminals, and she wants to go ahead and make sure that that's not going to be an issue, so your punk asses can get a job. All right. Limit the use of criminal arrest histories and credit scores when vetting potential employees. Yes, because we know your credits. Oh my God, what is going on here right now? I gotta take a sip, y'all. I gotta take a sip. I cannot believe this shit.
Man,
Child, take a shot if you're drinking today.
Because this shit here.
Child, this is crazy. Y'all ain't shit. Let me be the one to tell you. This is from your big sis, your little sis, your sister, your auntie, your niece, your whatever you want to call me, child. You ain't shit, ninjas. Black men care about, there's more. Black men care about economics. A lot of African-American men specifically care about the cost of inflation, healthcare, housing, all of those things, said Quentin Fulks, the Harris Walz campaign's deputy principal manager. Child, why didn't you lead with that? That would have sounded a lot better. When it comes down to it, another thing that's always underlying data is, how do you create generational wealth? How do you begin to build? A number of these policies attempt to answer that. Oh, they attempt to answer that. Black men feel like politicians show up in the fourth quarter. Oh, really? Really? Wow. Black men feel like politicians show up in the fourth quarter for them, or that there's an underlying expectation of a vote and nobody does anything to earn it, folks said. Wow. They are so smart. Child, they are so smart. But even beyond that, there are a lot of broken promises. No, this is very important to the vice president. This is important to Cam, y'all. You are important. Crusty, musty, rusty, dusty, ashy. She is looking out for y'all. All right. This is very important to the vice president. And this campaign feels that everything that you see here is achievable. Oh, they feel like it. Okay. So what y'all think, neighbors? Are y'all here for the policies Cam plans to enact when she's president? Oh, when she becomes president is when y'all get this. Keep hope alive, y'all. Keep hope alive. Now get yourself ready for some of these comments. I have not looked at this. I'm looking at it with you, but I got a feeling that it's going to be some bullshit. But we shall see. I could be wrong. So, Elgin Charles, you all complain about everything. She is clearly making a valiant effort to earn everyone's vote, but y'all, I cannot. Is this a man or a woman? I think that's a woman. Elgin Charles. It sounds like wait. Is that a man or a woman? I can't. Word. Even if she was just saying it, repeating it after somebody else. Shout out to St. Hudson with another 2. Thank you, hon. She said the with your black ass bill. Basically, right? This is crazy. Zax, this is the name, child. Shout out to you, hon. I appreciate you. And the Negroes will still fall for it. Child, listen, we done seen some Negroes that's falling for it, child. You ain't lying. We done seen that ninja talking about, I can finally buy a house. Nigga, you older than me. What were you waiting for? Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to Just My 4 Cents. Appreciate you. He said she can't even have a working relationship with her biological father. Never talk about him, do she? How's she going to work across party lines? She just said she would work with the people in Congress, but she couldn't work with them when it came to that bill that would have helped the border control. But now she over here blaming Trump every time it comes up, even though she the borders are.
Exactly.
To daggone Biden as well. They don't get no passes just because they white. Fuck that, child. Every single time we look at something, what do they say? Disproportionately affected. Child, that could be a song. Disproportionately affected. Come on now, all the time. No generational wealth. But you know what would help with that is to freaking understand money and to stop spending it. But child, that's a whole different live stream. Child, anyway, shout out to the Measured Man. Let me see, where am I at? Let me see, JT. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you, from New Zealand. He said when Trump was president, the world was affordable and there were no wars. And I'm from New Zealand and I'm native. Shout out to you. Shout out to New Zealand. Would have been out there. So her sitting up here touting $25,000 and people going crazy over it. It's like, okay, so clearly you're not one that's going to buy a house anyway, because the money has already been there, first of all. But then to say that I'm gonna give you $6,000 because of everything that's expensive in the first year of life, that's a sign where people should stop having these damn babies all over creation. But then again, we're leaving the 90s behind, and single motherhood is the thing to be. That couldn't possibly be disproportionately affecting the community, right? Shout out to 4 babies kicked out of the shelter, possibly living in the car, but we just supposed to go along with it and just be like, oh, we should help her, fuck her, and fuck you too. No, take care of your damn self or get that nigga that you open them damn legs to help your ass. And if he wasn't shit after you had the baby, that nigga wasn't shit before you had the baby, which means you ain't shit because you fell for that bullshit 4 fucking times. But the way that y'all have all this faith in Cam, I understand how that happens. But the 90s is old fashioned, child. We gonna let y'all do you. Take all them damn consequences. We'll watch, we'll talk about you, and we'll just wait to see what you do next. I'm sure it'll be just as silly as what the hell we seeing here. Thank you so much, Measured Man. Shout out to J Bubba. I appreciate you, honey. He said, Messy, there is a trick bag language in the plan. Cam presented. It said black men and others. She is full of it. She is lying. I ain't even pay attention to that. Oh, no. So it's bullshit, basically. Wow. I'm going to have to go back and see that, child. That's crazy. I believe you. I'm going to have to go back and see that. I totally missed that. Shout out to Antoine. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. He said, why is legalized green specifically? Because you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums and that stereotype. Where's all the outrage for that stereotype, Antoine, right? They ain't got no smoke for that stereotype, but all the smoke for the fucking snowflake on the Bath and Body Works candle. They got more smoke for the Bath and Body Works candle than for this thing that's clearly basically stereotypical edge racist. Child, you can't make it up. Oh, Cam is black, so it's okay. Allegedly black. Let me get it straight, child. Let me get it straight. Only black smoke trees, I guess. Yes, this is the real racism. I agree with you. But they're not going to see that because they too badly want Cam in there. Child, this is just... I might have to blame Cat Williams. Shout out to No T. Thank you, honey. He said Cam new slogan, get to the polls and get a Foot Locker voucher for some J's. That might be next. Never say never. At this point, never say never, because that could be next. Woo, Lord. I got to find that video where it said that they was trying to get the daggone migrants to vote. I'm telling you, I've seen it. It's somewhere in the middle. I have to find it. We got to go over that too. Crazy. If somebody else saw it, send it to me, please. But I got to find it. Shout out to Casey Cat. I appreciate you. She said, in my opinion, allegedly, thank you, hon, Dems are going to try to steal this election. Allegedly. They know she is going up in flames. I honestly feel like they're tanking it on purpose. I have to be honest with you. None of this stuff makes any sense. And then they try now black men to blame them for it. But there's so many things that are going on right now. Honestly, if Donald Trump could just shut the fuck up, he would be fine, but he can't shut up. Is what I'm saying. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. He can't. I was watching JD though earlier, and he was pretty good. He was talking about Cam, but he always talks about his wife and how he appreciates her and the kids and everything that she does, always with him. He takes questions. Off the cuff. He will do an interview with whomever. He always has answers. Now, whether everything is true or not, I don't know. But at least he's up there. He's out there. He's presidential, meaning at least he's not cowering. He's not running away. He's talking about all the things that are going on, the hurricanes, the economy, everything he's talking about. He ain't talking about no damn ABs as far as I know, though. Maybe he did say something about IVF. I don't remember. I get tired of listening to rallies. I got to be honest with you. Thank you so much, KC Cat. I appreciate you. Shout out to TQS with another 5. Thank you, honey. He said Trump been campaigning for the last 5 weeks straight. He has. Shout out to Amanaz. She knows. Amanaz is following all of them. Shout out to her. I ain't got time. He definitely is. I feel like he was just doing something, of course, yesterday. Oh, they're all in like Detroit and in Pennsylvania, if not mistaken, and Wisconsin. Child, I'm staying away. Shout out to TQS. Thank you, hon. He's naming Magnus. Thank you for hon for another 2. He said, Dems getting Diddy out here. No baby oil needed. Diddy over here taking strays. I have to play some Bad Boy tomorrow. Give Diddy some money, child. Shout out to you, Name and Magnus. I appreciate you. Shout out to Celine. You still in here, girl? She said, change my pick. Shout out to my dog, Buddy. I see that. Shout out to Celine and Buddy. Appreciate you, hon. I was like, wait a minute, because you did. I can see you change that picture. Shout out to Sage Talk Media up in here. Thank you so much, hon. He said, look at the bright side. If we get credit for Cam laws, we also get credit for Trump win. Well, there you go. There you go. Shout out to Sage looking at the bright side, being optimistic. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Shout out to Dr. G with another 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody that became a member tonight. I feel like we up to I don't even know. Thank you so much. Maybe 50 members tonight. Oh, this is what your father would do. This is what mine would do. Anyway.
Because part of it makes me think I'm speaking to men directly.
Look at that pointed it. I'm speaking to men directly. Imagine standing there and you got to look up because you're a little kid and he's looking down at you, pointing the finger. Come on now. Part
of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
You're not. Oh.
No, nigga.
No,
nigga. Your punk ass Barack Obama, Barry, had the audacity to insult black men's character. I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna wrap this up. You had the fucking immediate gall to insult black men's character with that fucking bullshit you just pulled here not too long ago. And then had the audacity and the immediate gall to call us men pookies. The men that you want to vote for this bum-ass broad that ain't got no real legitimate policies, that keeps non-answering questions. Everyone done found out about this broad. Everyone didn't fucking see what she about. She is a fucking bum. She's a bum. She ain't got no knowledge. She ain't got no sense that God gave her. So what she went to a black college? So what she is in a black sorority? Who gives a fuck? She's been a charlatan since the whole time she's been around. She was a known fucking side bitch. And this is what y'all want. Hold on, Facebook. I see my other phone. All right, here we go. She's a known side chick. Fuck this broad, man. Y'all vote for her, I'll feel sorry for you. Real fucking dog. Real fucking dog. And you probably asking me, all right, you ain't been on air for like the last couple of weeks. What's this all about? What this all about is this. People, get some direction about yourself. Get some information. Do some research. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. Facebook. My phone acting crazy. Get some direction. Get some gumption. If you're going to make a decision politically, make the right choice. I'm not saying pick one side over the other. I'm not even here to do that. That's not my job. How you vote is truly your business. But know what's at stake. Know what's at hand. Know what's been put out there. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all know that Democratic Party really don't get two shits about you brothers and you sisters. Honestly. The brothers that's in the higher levels of this shit, they don't care about you either. Damn it. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, there we go. The brothers and sisters that's in the higher circles of that, they don't care about you either. So don't think that that's going to be a pass. For damn near 6 decades, that party has taken us for granted and took us and abused us in a sense. When y'all going to understand that, dang, where is that? I'm not saying you got to vote Republican either. Vote wherever you need to vote, though. But do the right thing for you and yours. Because the bottom line is this. Fuck these politicians. It's about your life. It's about your family. It's about your future. So with that being said, I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We back at it again. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And you are here at the Rocks. Yes. Good night, everybody. And like my man Simple P always used to say, I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. Till next week. See y'all later.
Lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell me good night. 'Cause I find a better one. Yeah. It's a simple night. Before the moment rise. So tell me good night. 'Cause I find a better one.
Thanks for all those that tuned in tonight. I'll see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat station. Have a good week. Be safe.
It's not a problem. No. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say